Hi, I'm Darrian P. Mack.
And I'm Nicky, and this is Notification Squad
on the Leaderboard. So Notification Squad is a show where we talk about games, give out prizes, and respond to your comments from the week. And first up, we have unmuted discussion.
So this week's unmuted discussion, we are talking about microtransactions in gaming.
So Nicky, this is kind of a big topic now because every game, it seems like, has microtransactions, right? Like, we've talked a lot about DLC, which is a little bit different than microtransactions in a previous conversation. Kind of, what was your first experience with microtransactions? I remember mine. It was a couple years ago, but what was yours?
So, does phones count?
I think phones count. Because that's where I first experienced them.
The first one that comes to my head, but I think, to be completely honest, the first time I was like, you know what? I will pay a little extra money. It might have been for Borderlands. And I don't know exactly what it was if it wasn't for DLC. Mm-hmm. But if it wasn't that, and the one that cuts to my head immedially is probably Pokemon Go.
Oh, what did you buy in Pokemon Go?
I don't remember. Maybe it was coins. I think it was at the time, when it first came out, I needed those incubators. I needed to, to maximize my steps. Like, what's the point of doing 2,000 and 2,000 when I can get 4 Pokemon at the same time? So I will admit
I feel like you were the guy that just hung out at the gym.
I don't go to the gym.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh, you mean the Pokemon gym?
Yeah, the Pokemon gym.
Oh yeah, I have sat on a corner and just watched people try to take down my gym and just slowly put my Pokemon back in there as soon as they leave. But then I totally fell off the Pokemon Go bandwagon. But you said you remember your first microtransaction. Which was it?
Yeah, Pokemon Go was a short-lived life. For me, and I had to talk to Adrian about this because it was this mafia-based game, and I couldn't remember, but it was Mafia Wars. This is I think early, maybe 2010, 2011.
Okay.
It was the first game I ever experienced where you had to, buy weapons and things of that nature. And it was one of those things where I didn't even realize it was happening, right? This option kind of just popped up and I could buy stuff. And I said, oh, well, this is interesting. I don't have to play through everything. I could buy stuff. And my bill that month was rather high because I didn't realize what was happening to me. But it was an interesting sort of experience. And then it kind of became a thing after that. I think it became very popular with mobile games. And I don't, somebody correct me in the comments if mobile did it first or if it was first in gaming, but kind of just blew up after that.
You know, it's kind of like, say you drive a Honda Civic, right? Mm-hmm. And then since it's a new car, ever since you got that car, when you're on the road, all you see is Honda Civics. So I think that's kind of like what happened to you.
Yeah.
You've been exposed to, microtransactions in gaming that, you just take note of it and you just see it everywhere.
Yeah.
And no, you're not wrong. It's definitely in today's gaming, and I think especially mobile, games like Candy Crush, for example, or even games that recently just came out, Fortnite. Some people are arguing that that game is just grind city. You just have to grind it's possible to win and excel in the game, but why not pay a few extra dollars?
Why not pay a few? I mean, I've been playing Fortnite, brought the Founders Package, so it has a couple of other things that you get without the normal sort of $29 or $20 early access pass that you get with the game. For me, it sort of enhances the experience, right? I play, when you play a lot of games, I invest in the games that I like, right? Like games I don't like, I don't invest in. I'm not spending money on it. I'm not trying to get all the items and stuff. If it's a game that, I think I'm gonna play this for a while, I wanna get good at it. And sometimes, particularly for Fortnite, which is interesting, you can buy weapons and you can buy things that actually alter your gameplay and enhance your game. I mean, make it easier for you to kill things.
Yeah.
Versus some other games where you get microtransactions for a new skin or something like that. I'm not paying for that. That to me doesn't change the game for me, to change the game dynamics. But if I can get a weapon in a sort of co-op sort of situation, I think that's great. It might be unfair in another dynamic, in a player versus player sort of situation, but player versus environment, I think if you can buy more weapons and stuff, that's cool. I mean, what do you think? Do you think is it hurting, helping? Is it too much, too little?
Well, the argument that you can make about microtransactions is that, people who say don't have, strong willpower or self-control may, go a little too crazy and go spendy and then realize oh shoot, what did I do? But I don't think it hurts. I don't think it hurts to have that. I think about how, some of my friends gave me a birthday gift, and sometimes I don't remember what birthday it was, but I got a Microsoft Xbox Live, gift card, and I was like, oh, it's like, as if I didn't have it. Right. So why not like spend a little extra dollars for a few skins and stuff like that? So I think, it's different. Like you said earlier, it's different than DLC. It can enhance gameplay. It can make it more fun, or it can be a statement piece. Like, look at this flashy skin that I have that like costs X amount of real dollars.
Right.
But it doesn't hurt. If it's not like, oh, that's not fair. This guy just spent all this money to surpass me in every which way possible. Like you said, in a player versus player like scenario. But if it's just like like a regular gameplay and it's just kind of it's almost like making it fancy, then why not? Like Grand Theft Auto. I always talk about.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto guy.
They did that incredible pack for all the new streetwear that like mimicked real life streetwear. Like, why not? Or like having a nice car with a nice wrap on it. I think that's just very much up to the person, to the individual. It's a much different thing that you're talking about. Like, I'm talking about cosmetics. You're talking about paying to win.
Yeah. Do you think that's unfair?
Yeah, I think that's a little unfair. Because that's the whole point about a video game, you didn't like play and then die and then play it again and die just to like figure out the level and stuff like that, or like to level up. It's kind of growing with the character that you're playing. So to kind of just like bypass that, it's almost like cheating. But they put in the game, developers put it into, like you said, make your money. We talked about, what goes into budgeting and stuff like that. But I think that's, as an individual, if that's what you want to do, that you're cool with it, then that's fine. But me personally, as a gamer, I wouldn't. I would personally like to earn it.
I think it's you bring up an interesting point. I kind of agree with that perspective. But the other side of it is, if you think of a free-to-play game, right? Like Fortnite right now is not free-to-play; it's early access. But eventually, in the spring, it will be free-to-play. And you have a lot of other like Ark, Survival Evolved free-to-play games, or Paladins, which is another free-to-play game, or even Heroes of Storm. Like, you have a lot of different games that allow you to participate without having to pay any money at all. And the way they make their money back in some cases is through these microtransactions. Like, I think Candy Crush is an extreme example, and we saw with some of the how they make their money off of the whales, the people that 99% of their revenue comes from
like
1% or this small percent of the gaming base. But if you didn't have these microtransactions for developers like that, you would miss out on some of these massive multiplayer games that are really, really incredible. Do you think then that it creates a justification maybe for microtransactions that are play to win, that do have a different level than just cosmetic? Because you're not going to encourage people to buy a whole bunch of cosmetic skins and different things of that nature when you can give them the option, oh, this is going to enhance my gameplay, this is going to make it easier for me to level up. Yeah, I'm definitely going to buy that, in order to make the game freer for a larger audience of people.
No, it's interesting that you say that, because like, I'm thinking about like Pokemon Go again. And in a way, that's not necessarily...
Did you get Pokemon 2.0?
No, I stopped. Before they even came out with the next wave of Pokemon. But I'm saying that, like, when I was talking about the incubators, or just like, experience share and stuff like that, it's like I very much am paying to kind of, play better.
Yeah.
I very well have been, susceptible to that kind of nature of paying for your games. So I think ultimately it depends on the individual. Like, I think it can exist because, it's not like someone else is going to justify for us, like, oh, I only did it because I want to get it. It's like, it doesn't even matter. It's like, it's my gaming experience, so why not be able to pay to win?
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'd be curious to see what you guys think in the comments. If this is, I would love to know if anyone has ever played games and not pay for any microtransactions. That would be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Because I've done it so much, I feel like it's one of those things that everybody's doing, but I think there are people out there who aren't doing it.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people are almost like embarrassed, like, I paid for it one time. That's it. Like, I never once took out I disabled my credit card after that. But no, seriously, let us know in the comments, like, what game was it, or what platform was it that made you go, you know what, I'll spend a few bucks for that.
I think on mobile, I've been more prone to it because it's so easy, especially with
with
the Android ecosystem. Because I, prefer Android. iPhone is great. My preference is Android. The Play Store, now you can just have one button push, and I can just easily, I don't have to put my password anymore, just boop. And so I'm sorry guys, I got sucked up. But yeah, comment down below, let us know what you think. And if you want to continue this conversation, make sure you follow us on Discord, and that link is in the description.
Up next is In-Game Chat, where we respond to your comments and select a comment of the week. So last week we had a very, very interesting discussion about Nintendo.
Yes, we did. And it was the best discussion ever.
We would love to revisit because there's so many good comments. We would like to point out that Justice Owl had a great comment.
Justice Owl, I really appreciated your comment. I think you summarized my feelings exactly.
But then we also had comments from people like Danushi 4KA. I apologize if I said that wrong. Defending Nintendo and saying, why do you even need a multimedia system? Why do you need Netflix, for a system like that?
Do we have time for me to go into that?
No, we're going to save it for another episode. And I also just would like to point out that Stuff with Scalefly, good friend of ours, who's dropped by the channel, said it's like playing a tablet.
There was a really lively discussion. We really, really loved your feedback. And I can talk about Nintendo all day, guys. Or other systems. So if you want us to do more compare and contrast, like different consoles and things like that, just comment down below. If you like the discussion, comment down below as well. And go back and watch the video if you don't know what we're talking about.
We have a comment coming in from the last notification squad, CFBZXVHCCHJ. He said,
love the names.
He said he's 30. In response to my age. I don't know if you were saying that, there was an emoji there, so I don't know if you were surprised that I was 30, that you were expecting older or younger, but either way, yes, I'm 30.
Yeah, and I'm 25. No, not really. I'm not really 25. I'm 31, guys. Dave Van Tol, who says, wow, I probably have been every single one of these throughout my life. And that's related to our 13 Mario Kart players you meet in every match. And yeah, it's amazing because we love these videos because we really try to capture kind of the personalities that you guys have when you're picking the characters and why you might pick a character or relate to a different character. And for somebody to be all of them, I think that's even more incredible.
Owen White Lamb says, who's watching this after Doomfist came out and now it's on the then versus now Overwatch video?
Yeah, it's like a month later,
a
month after we did that video, when we were talking about Doomfist could be a player, might not be a player. They drop them. We can't predict the future, but we try. And to that point, we do have a couple of Doomfist videos. We have 2 videos on Doomfist that you should check out.
Zero comes in on 107 Walking Dead facts. This was the saddest game I've ever watched. I cried so many times. So many times.
Yeah, that was a really, really good game. Visual novel by Telltale. I'm not gonna spoil it, but something traumatic happens. And I also cried. And we have a comment from Jason, who says, I'm in that video. I have found Pamela's tapes thanks to the leaderboard. And that was on our 13 Easter eggs video for Friday the 13th, the game. I picked this comment particularly because there were a lot of discussion about people not being able to find Pamela's tapes, and we talked about that being an Easter egg. And the community rallied together and provided some suggestions about what times those tapes would be available, and glad Jason found it. Community helping the community. Okay, and this was on a video where you did a comparison between Breath in the Wild and Horizon Zero Dawn.
This comparison always comes up.
It always comes up in our office because, why wouldn't it? Neil Elliott basically says, do we really have to ask the question? I think we all know what game of the year is.
And he left it very open-ended, so I think that we have to continue it, and you let us know are you talking about Breath of the Wild or are you talking about Horizon Zero Dawn?
I think he's talking about Horizon Zero Dawn. But they're both great games.
Yes.
I will say they are both really, really good games. I enjoyed playing. I completed Horizon Zero Dawn. Did not complete Breath of the Wild yet. I plan on doing it.
I threw a sword into the river on Cade's game.
For this week's comment of the week, we have Speeds with a Z Gaming. No way, this is April Fool's prank, and that was related to our Half-Life 3 107 Facts video. Yes, it actually was an April Fool's prank. We got a lot of interesting comments on that video.
What I love about this
is
that he left this comment on Monday, right? And that was like, we're in August right now, so 4 months later he got into this and was like, I feel kind of bad because, early on you can kind of tell that the facts are fake, and I'm actually proud
I think around fact 10.
I'm proud of a lot of the facts that went into that.
You helped a lot with that, right?
Anything like regarding Nintendo, I feel like was mine, like amiibo functionality. So it's just great to see that 4 months later, you know, if people are still watching it or discovering it, be like,
Yeah.
oh wow, like they did 107 fact on Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh shoot, it was a
April Fool's.
April Fool's.
And I mean, around this period, I still see comments in that video where people just start it like in July and they're like, oh wow, I was really excited until I got around fact 50 and realized this is a joke.
I wonder
know?
what the audience retention is on that.
I should check. I don't know. Let us know if you guys like that April Fool's joke and if you want more. If you have suggestions on an April Fool's joke, we're just get ready. You're just getting ready in advance for next year. Drop them in the comments below.
And also check out that video, it's funny.
It is, I think it's really funny. And our next segment is Fam Roundup, and this is the segment where we shout out the notification squad.
And give out prizes in How Well Do You Know That Game?
Oh yeah, that is part of this segment.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, kinda forgot. This is a special segment though, because we've got something special.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see on the screen the people who shout out Notification Squad and the Fam Roundup. Just shouting out a couple people. RGF Savage said, seeing this 5 minutes before YouTube decides to send me the notification.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people commenting saying like, oh, thank you YouTube for letting us know. Like
Squiddy who said, God damn, your notifications, you failed me. And we have Amar3 who said, I came here before I got a notification. Oh, just got it.
We also have our boy Ryan Koschel. And it's so funny because I'm like, wow,
he changed it up on us this week.
He didn't get first this week. And then his comment says, wait till the end to comment. So that's different.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Ryan, you're just messing with us. It's fine. It's fine. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Find something interesting for next week.
And I really did like this comment. It made me laugh. Dragon Gaming comes in and says, Notification Squad, give me that booty. And then you responded, okay. And Dragon Gaming responded with the cry face emojis. We always like to close out Fan Roundup with winning prizes. Last week we showed you this image, and a lot of you guessed wrong.
Completely. Not even close.
And last week we actually mentioned that more than one winner can actually win a prize this week. And we were going to give out 3 prizes, but actually 2 of you
only 2 of you got
something right.
Yeah.
And if we slowly zoom out, you can see that it was actually the Black Wagon from Pyre.
Pyre is a really, really fun game. We'll talk a little bit more about it in our next Notification Squad, but it's a sort of local area play, and we were actually talking about how we miss that, right? Like the idea of playing with your friends on your couch. It has a local area versus mode. Really, really fun game. It uses some interesting mechanics, as with all, and we're very thankful to our friends at Supergiant because they gave us some very unique prizes that we are now going to give you. And you should check out 7 Facts About Pyre because it's on the channel.
So we have 2 winners from last week's video. They identified the image correctly, and that's Humongous. I think the game is Pyre. And Manucho Poop says that's the Black Wagon from Pyre. But we also have an additional winner, and that's for this week's episode. If you are the first person to comment, I want to play Pyre, down below, you will win a Steam key for Pyre. Humongous and Manucho Poo, please DM us your info on Twitter at @theleaderboardnet for your prize. But there's still a chance for you to win. All you gotta do is identify this image, and if you know what this image is and what game it's from, be the first person to leave a comment down below, and you too can win a Best Buy gift card.
Be sure to check the link in the description for How Well Do You Know a Game because there are some terms and conditions that do apply.
So that's pretty much the show. Please give us a call at 347-948-6271 and let us know what we should talk about next.
And if you want to be part of the Notification Squad, make sure you click subscribe and then click the bell so you're notified on whenever we upload videos. And Nikki, when do we upload?
We upload 5 times a week.
And that's Wednesday through Sunday. And if you want to get more out of your games, keep it here at the Leaderboard, your home for video game facts.
It's actually from Pyre. And why is that so significant?
Great. This is great transition.